Podcast. I'm your host, Ellen Gormley. It's Monday. It's Monday, June 23rd. Hello and welcome. I hope you are having a great start to your week, and I hope you had a good weekend. I was in St. Paul, Minnesota, where it is very hot, just like it's very hot here in Southern Ohio. But they're not quite as used to it being that quite hot. Here we get some days that are that hot every summer. But anyway, Patrick and I had a great visit. I got to see where his new office is. I got to see his route to work. He took me on the light rail. So now I can definitely picture like where he is. And to me, I don't know why that matters, but it does. Good morning, Brian. Good morning. So to me, I don't know it. I do remember my mom when I was in college, and she was a permit clerk for a local city government. Good morning. And she had a cubicle and stuff, and she would print out my school class schedule, and she would tack it up in her cube. So that she knew where I was, like she could picture where I was at any given time throughout her day. So I kind of feel that way about Patrick. Now I can kind of see like, where I can picture where he is. Yeah, good morning, good morning. So I have just a few minutes here. Just time just gets away from us. Let's see here. So I did some crochet on the plane. I did have an impromptu counseling session with my seatmate on the way there, so I didn't get much crocheting done, but I felt like that was necessary. And let me see here. I started a fun project for Mara that she requested. Guesses what this might be? Leave a comment below and I will reveal maybe tomorrow or the day after what this could be. So I dare you, it's not anything that I couldn't tell my mother about. It's not anything embarrassing. It's not anything that needs to be censored. But what do you think this could possibly be? And so this is obviously about half done, maybe a third of the way done. Okay, so this is what I was working on the plane. I started with an oval at the bottom, and I am working up. So all guesses are on the table. Okay, I have to get going. Let's see, it's only been 3 minutes, so let me see if my person is here before I take off. Okay, my person is not yet here, so I've got another minute. So I worked on this. I did end up bringing the blanket with me, but of course I did not end up working on it because of lots of reasons. And so the blanket is still here in my bag. I did get pulled over in twice. So on the way to Cincinnati, my carry-on bag did get pulled over through security to do a closer inspection. And that I had a can of Skyline chili in there for Patrick. And so Skyline is a local chili, and I brought a can of it for Patrick because he loves Skyline chili and he hasn't had it in a long while. He had only carried one can with him when he moved. Anyway, so I brought him a can of Skyline chili. Well, it was so funny because the TSA agent said, do you have a can of Skyline in here? It's like, yeah, I actually do. And she said that generally you're not allowed to bring canned goods through TSA, except through Cincinnati Airport. If you're leaving Cincinnati, you can bring Skyline chili or Gold Star. And I think maybe the other one is Empress. Those are the three big chili brands here that duke it out all the time. And they can their own chili separate from the restaurants. Anyway, so she was like, because it's Skyline and we know where it's made and we know it's regionally made, like she like inspected it and made sure it wasn't one of those cans where you like screw off the lid and put stuff in there or whatever. But she's like, it's going to be like, you can have this, but don't expect every airport to allow you to do this. And I was like, okay. So she gave me my can back, and I gave it to Patrick, and he was very pleased. And then on the way back through the Minneapolis airport, this bag got flagged again. I know, Bonnie, wasn't that funny? This bag got flagged again, and they said, do you have anything in here sharp, whatever, whatever, whatever? And I said, well, I the only thing I can think of, since I gave away my can, the only thing I can think of is that I have a pair of child safety scissors in my bag with my yarn stuff. And maybe that was it. Maybe that was what I got flagged for, but she, looked through my bag, and I don't even think she opened this. I think she just like looked more carefully on the x-ray thing and let it go through. So all the hooks and everything went through. I didn't have any knitting needles. Those are pretty sharp. But I got through with my child safety scissors through domestic airports. So, and I've always gotten through international airports with that kind of thing too. Although with the way the world is, who knows what the heck is going to happen day to day. So anyway, if you feel like leaving a comment below, what's the craziest thing that you've ever gotten through TSA? And but more importantly, what do you think this is so far? So what do you think this is? I'm taking guesses. What do you think this is the start of? Okay. Creative guesses for the win. Please, nothing like inappropriate that's not child friendly comments, because it's not anything that's not, it's not anything inappropriate. So leave a comment below what you think this could be the start of. It's about maybe a third to a halfway done. Okay, I hope to see you tomorrow. All right, I will see you. I'll keep those guesses coming, Linda. And hit a thumbs up if you don't mind. And I will see you. The plan is to see you tomorrow. Tomorrow I do have a 9 o'clock. So put all the guesses down in the comments, and we'll talk about it tomorrow. A few minutes before 9 o'clock is the plan. Have a great day. Bye.